Do you think we're gonna go too simple to where we start to become predictable? That's what I'm trying to say. So I still want the defense to not be tipped off.
Well, predictability is more about tendency. So we won't know if we're predictable until we see what our tendencies are and how often Mike McCarthy goes to those tendencies. Now, from a simplicity standpoint, what I'm seeing, we have a lot more, I don't want to use the word complex, but advantageous pass game concepts. We're doing things that, hell, even if you think you got a hat on it, there's a variation from it that we can play off of you. So now we done beat you upside the head with this play. Boom, a sluggo just right behind you. Just when you think I'm going to run a right into the flat, I run the wheel. We got a bunch of rub routes in this system. So I don't want people to think just because the system's changing, and I know the buzzword is dumbing down because a lot of the receivers are saying, hey, it's not as complex as it was, etc. I had a conversation with Boss the other day, and it's not necessarily that we're dumbing down the system. I think we're just making it easier for these guys to get to play faster. And when you're playing faster, you're playing better. It doesn't need to be trigonometry, as me and Boss were talking about. That's what Dak was doing. And that's what these receivers were in. But now we're doing algebra. You know what I mean? So I'm not concerned about the simplicity because I do think there will be creativeness in it. I'm seeing, look, I said this on Twitter. I know McCarthy is thrilled to have a quarterback who is okay with motion, pre-snap motion. Favre wasn't a fan of it. Rodgers wasn't a fan of it. They did some of it early on in Rodgers' career, and then once Rodgers became Rodgers, they kind of nixed it because it was Rodgers, right? But we're seeing that. We're seeing Kevontae Turpin doing some motion. We're seeing Brandon Cooks doing motion with a purpose, not just motion a guy over just to see what we're in, but motion a guy over to gain leverage. Motion a guy open and get somebody else open, right? So I think there will still be some creativeness within the concepts. There will probably be creativeness within the run game. We're hearing there's going to be different outside zone variations and inside zone variations than we've seen in the past. So I don't worry about the simplicity. I don't think we'll just be an ABC offense. The predictable part is TBD.